Welcome back, guys. Here we go again. I've heard from a couple of you that say, yes, I'm still reading, and that makes me listening, and that makes me so happy. So I'm going to continue to record I'm just going to continue to record. I'm going to finish the book. So here goes. I'm not exactly sure where we left off last time, but I believe I know it was during Hot Seat, but she had just taken Cinnamon's front paw and waved to the control room. So she says, "Hi, Leo." I froze. I came unraveled. I didn't know she knew my name. I just stood there like a dummy. Finally, I waggled my fingers at the rat and mouthed the words, "Hi, Cinnamon," although they couldn't hear me on the other side of the glass. I took a deep breath. Okay, ready, music, ready, intro. I paused. Music, intro. This was the moment I had lived for. Launching the show, I was the director, the maestro. I called the shots. On the monitors before me, I watched the program unfold according to my demands. But on this day, the thrill was missing. I felt only a dark dread snaking along the cables. Greetings and welcome to Hot Seat. Kevin went through the opening spiel. Kevin loved to be on camera. He was ideal for a show like this, which made good use of his smirky grin and arching. Did I really hear you say that? Eyebrows. He turned to Stargirl, then impromptu he reached out and stroked the nose of Cinnamon, who was perched on Stargirl's shoulder. "You want to hold him?" she said. Kevin gave the camera a "should I look?" "Should I look?" "Sure," he said. "Ready, Chico Rat," I said into my headset mic. Ready was always first in the command sequence. Chico zoomed in. Chico. TD punched up Chico. The camera followed Cinnamon from Stargirl's hands to Kevin's. No sooner was the rat in Kevin's lap than it scampered up his chest and darted between two buttons into his shirt. Kevin yipped and squirmed. "It scratches." "Well, he has fingernails," Stargirl said calmly. "He won't hurt you." Chico nailed Cinnamon, poking his head out from between the two buttons. Mr. Robinu stuck a thumbs up in front of my face. Kevin gave the camera his "ain't I something" face. He turned again to Stargirl. "You know, ever since you showed up at school this year, we've been wanting to put you on Hot Seat." Stargirl stared at him. She turned to the live camera. Her eyes were growing wider. Something was happening, and wider. "Chico," I barked. Chico moved in, crouching, giving it a little upshot. "Terrific. Closer, closer," I said. Stargirl's wonder-struck eyes practically filled the screen. I checked the long-shot monitor. She was frozen, rigid, as if electrified to the chair. Someone smacked my shoulder. I turned. Mr. Robinu was laughing, saying something. I lifted one earphone. "She's joking," he repeated, and suddenly I saw. She was taking Hot Seat literally. Okay, guys, what do you think that means? Is she pretending like the seat is hot? She was milking it for all it was worth. And judging from the blank stares of Kevin and the jury, Mr. Robineau and I were the only ones who got the joke. Stargirl's hands were rising now from the arms of the hot seat. "Ready, one?" I called. "One. Camera one. Not there at first, but getting it now." The long shot, nailing her as her hands came off the chair, arms, fingers spread wide. You could almost see her fingertips smoking. "Hold it," I prayed. "Hold it." As her horrified eyes swung down over the side of the chair, the hot seat saw the painted flames. Yikes! Her scream bent instrument dials like palms in a hurricane. The rat leaped from Kevin's shirt. The TV image quaked as my camera one man flinched, but he recovered and caught her standing now on the front edge of the stage, bending over with her rear end in the camera, flapping her hands behind her, fanning her smoking fanny. Finally, Kevin got it. He went nuts. "One, pull back, get Kevin in it. Ready, one." Kevin was doubled up, tipping out of his chair on his knees on the stage. His laughter flooded the control room. The rat ran over his hands and hopped down the single stage step. The rat, I yelled. Two, get the rat. But Two couldn't get the rat because the rat was nosing around Two's feet and Two was bolting from his camera. Chico, the rat! Chico dived. He was flat on the floor, feeding the live screen a brilliant shot of the rat heading over to the jury. The jury members scrambling, taking off, climbing onto their seats. Forget the readies. Things were happening too fast. The cameras were dancing, feeding the monitors. I barked commands. TD was punching his button rack like some hard rock keyboarder. Stargirl's pantomime remains the best I have ever seen. Mr. Robineau kept squeezing my shoulder. As he said later, it was the greatest moment in hot seat history. But because of what followed, no audience would ever see it. Wonder what that's about. Chapter 13. See how many. Okay. In less than a minute, everything returned to normal. Stargirl retrieved Cinnamon and sat back coolly in the hot seat as if nothing had happened. Kevin's eyes twinkled. He was squirming. He couldn't wait to dig into the interview. Neither could the jury. But their eyes were not twinkling. Kevin forced himself to look serious. So your name's Stargirl. It's pretty unusual. Stargirl gave him a blank look. Kevin was flustered. Isn't it? He said. Stargirl shrugged. Well, not to me. She's putting him on, I thought. Chico, I said into my mic, stay tight on her face. A voice was heard dimly off camera. Kevin turned. A jury member had spoken. Jury mic up, I said. Ready? 2. The mic was passed to Jennifer St. John. 2. The mic looked like a black ice cream cone before Jennifer's face. Her voice wasn't pleasant. What was wrong with the name your parents gave you? Stargirl turned slowly to Jennifer. She smiled. Nothing. It was a good name. What was it? Susan. So why did you drop it? Because I didn't feel like a Susan anymore. Excuse me. So you just threw out Susan and named yourself Stargirl? No. Still smiling? No. Pocket Mouse. 12 pair of eyes boggled. What? I named myself Pocket Mouse, Stargirl said breezily. Then Mud Pie, then Hully Gully, then Stargirl. Damon Ritchie snatched the mic from Jennifer St. John. So what's it going to be next? Dog turd? Uh-oh, I thought, here we go. Kevin jumped in. So you change your name whenever you get tired of it? Well, whenever it doesn't fit me anymore. I'm not my name. My name is something I wear like a shirt. It gets worn. I outgrow it. I change it. So why Stargirl? Oh, I don't know. She petted Cinnamon's nose with her fingertip. I was walking in the desert one night looking up at the sky like, she chuckled, how can you not look at the sky? And it's just sort of came to me, fell onto me. Kevin looked up from his sheet of prepared questions. So what do your parents think? Are they sad you didn't get Susan? No, it was almost their idea. When I started calling myself Pocket Mouse when I was little, they called me that too. And we just never went back. Another distant voice from the jury. I tapped the sound man, jury mic, and keep all mics open. I hated to do it. It was Mike Ebersole. I said, do you love your country? Yes, she answered briskly. Do you love yours? Ebersole ignored her question. Why don't you say the Pledge of Allegiance right? She smiled. Well, it sounds right to me. Sounds like you're a traitor to me. Juries were only supposed to ask